Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Bitsler Cup, brought to you, of course, by Bitsler. My name is DK Truman. Joining me on the mic today is Sparks again, South American flair. And well, Sparks, this time we're getting Division 1 teams.
Yeah, I'm very excited actually. I mean, last time we casted was Amazing Dota. Maybe this is even better. We'll see. But yeah, I'm really excited to be here. Really excited to be casting this. What do you think is going to happen? Do you have any idea what's going to happen in these games? Any predictions? Anything at all?
Well, my prediction is probably Lava with the advantage. It's unsurprising that that might be my prediction, considering they played against each other 2 days ago, and Lava did take them down to null. They definitely are coming in with a little bit more of an advantage over their counterpart. But regardless,
that makes sense.
It's not going to be an easy. I mean, the Noping lineup, of course, had some struggles. Is still struggling in Division 1, but Lava, they're number 6, number 7 on the list, so they're very close.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I love to root for an underdog. So if you're rooting for them, then I'm going to root for the other team. As we do, we'll see who the caster curse affects. Which one of us two is the bad guy here? But yeah, I'm really excited. As I said last time as well, completely honest. Don't really follow SA that much. So for me, I kind of like that because for me, a lot of things are very new. So it's very exciting for me because I don't have a lot of the information about the team. So I'm like, how do you say that? Carte blanche, all
Yeah.
this kind of information. I can just soak it up and just kind of figure it out for myself. So I'm really excited about that, actually.
Well, about these two teams, of course, Lava is, well, you might recognize a couple of the players. Last DPC season, pretty much before TI, a couple of their players were in the Thunder Predator lineup. I mean, most of their players were in there. MNZ, Leostyle, Frank. I'm not so sure about the last two, but I think Moose as well. And MJZ, MJZ was also. So it's the full Thunder Predator lineup from last year. And, well, Thunder Predator did a very good job. This year, not going too well for the Lava lineup and their opponents. You might have recognized at least one name in that lineup. Probably, a couple more. But RDO, for instance, who played for Bait in Europe last year as well, is now playing for the Noping Esports lineup as well. Very solid safe laner. So a couple of well-known names, especially in the region.
Is there, looking at both teams, like what is kind of the star player of either team?
Honestly, I would probably say Leostyle for Lava. And on Noping's side, I think RDO. I mean, they have a very widespread in their players, but the one I normally tend to pay attention to is RDO's Terrorblade, and well, Leostyle's everything he plays.
Is there a certain, like, I'm just questioning you here because I just want to know. Is there like a certain play style that either team is best known for? Is there like a certain timing that either one of those teams want to hit, or what is kind of their draft looking like, generally speaking?
Normally, the Lava lineup tends to be a lot more aggressive in their approach. Not heavy farm heroes in that regard, trying to take the fight a little bit sooner than most of their opponents. Whereas Noping, I mean, they are playing with RDO, and RDO is definitely a player that loves to just farm forever. And he is definitely very capable in doing that as well. I mean, Terrorblade is probably his best hero. Has a wide variety of other heroes that he tends to stick to, like Gyrocopters, another one that he definitely loves to play. I think he has also picked up some Kunkka safe lane recently, so that might just be...
Who hasn't?
Yeah, that is very true. Who hasn't?
Okay, but Terrorblade, he's most known for Terrorblade then. So we
Yeah.
might see that. Have we seen a lot of Terrorblade in the recent like DPC and other tournaments? Because I can't recall a lot of Terrorblades, to be honest.
No,
Is
Terrorblade
that the
doesn't get picked up
meta,
much.
or is he just like kind of bad right now? Like, what is the dealio with Terrorblade right now?
It's the reason that it doesn't get picked up that much is because there are some heroes that, for I mean, not just necessarily in SA, but in other regions, you've had a lot of Elder Titans, which are like the hardest counters. Puck, Queen of Pain is a super hard counter for TB. There are a lot of heroes that are being picked up that do a lot of either magic damage or pretty much reduce your armor to null, which is, of course, Elder Titan, probably the hardest
Right.
counter to TB in the game. I think that's kind of the issue. Also, the fact that the game has definitely increased in pace. For Protect 1, not so successful for most regions currently, and I think that really is a big problem for a hero like Terrorblade, which tends to not be able to fight until he has his like Manta style plus Dragonlance or Manta plus Ayaskadi. So until that point, which is you're talking a 25-minute game,
Yeah.
you won't have much help from the TB. I think that's kind of the downside of those heroes, but of course having those late game cores is also fun. Find someone that makes farming fun, like for instance K1 Hector region. That has always been one of my favorites, who just sometimes mesmerizing to watch people farm.
I mean, yeah, I love to farm, so I completely agree with that sentiment. Farming is great. Watching people farm is great. It has this like kind of zen thing to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
It's
have
kind of
that,
like
especially with
relaxing,
elk.
like, yeah, it really does. Yeah, I love that. But yeah, also you mentioned Queen of Pain. I've seen her a lot more recently. Is there a certain reason for Queen of Pain being picked up so much now on mid? Because I remember her not being so great like a few months back. Like she wasn't really picked a lot, and then nowadays you see her a lot. Is there something that's kind of changed, or was there like a pro that started playing her a lot, and then other people kind of picked up on it? Like I'm not quite sure what the deal is. Just
I mean,
curious.
like most things, it comes and goes in waves. I mean, nothing changed for the last couple of months, and still a lot of those
Mm-hmm.
tend to get picked. For instance, SF, Safe Lane, everyone picked it, and now no one picks it
Yeah.
anymore. So it comes and goes. But for Queen of Pain, I guess the main reason is because Kaya Sanj is like the big one, the big item right now that every mid laner goes for. So Void Spirit gets it, Puck gets it, Quap gets it. But on Quap, it definitely feels the most value because she is
Mm.
very susceptible to stuns, very weak in HP. But that Sanj added in there definitely makes the hero a lot more survivable. However, Spark, we're going to be heading right in towards the game right now.
Yes.
Because the draft has gone on the way, and, well, offlane is getting banned out first with the Panda taken out. The first ban, not a hero that you necessarily see too often on the first bans.
Yeah. Is there like a player on the other team that's very good at Brew, or do you think they just have bad experiences playing against Brewmasters?
Well, if I'm not mistaken, they have played Brewmaster on 5 a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
And in general,
Oh, I see.
it is just fairly annoying as a hero to deal with, like the other ones that have been banned out. But to be fair, I think Spirit Breaker is probably the most annoying of the heroes in the current patch, because one thing that, for instance, Quap loves, and a ton of other different heroes love to do, is split push, cut the waves, and the like. And when there's a Spirit Breaker in the game, that is near impossible.
Yeah, I love to see Spirit Breaker getting picked up. I think people started playing him again as a 3, and I've been very happy with that development. I think it's just such a fun hero to watch as well. It's such a fun hero to play. It's just a lot of action, and I just, that's great. Magnus as well. Okay, I mean, less of a fan of that one, but Magnus, I mean, it's such a good teamfight hero. It's good to see.
Yeah, I mean, of course, the big Magnus at TI. Can't forget Collapse going absolutely nuts. Yeah. The shard, luckily enough, they did nerf that shard. Still very, very good though.
Yeah, that was necessary. That was actually insane. My pubs are ruined for at least a solid 2 weeks after that. So Queen of Pain. There we go. Yeah, it was probably gonna get picked. So kind of predicted that a little bit.
Yeah, Quap either picked or actually it never really gets banned. It most of the time just gets picked.
Yeah. What's up with the IO ban actually on the side of lava?
Oh, Io is also a hero that gets picked up a lot.
Right.
Fairly annoying. Especially because you can go for like backdoor plays. And you really need to itemize to hard counter it. But yeah, it's just like Brewmaster. It's not necessarily that Brewmaster has a high win rate. I think actually Monster is the one that plays at a decent amount. Has a negative win rate on it, I might add, in professional matches. But it's definitely a hero that, you know, I don't really see Io win many games, but it's the annoyance of the hero that sometimes it's like someone picking a techie or a tinker. It's just gonna be pure pain.
Yeah, you just want to get rid of that. You just don't want to suffer. So it's like to minimize suffering. So I completely understand. Kunkka pickup, I mean, we just talked about that. We talked about that a bit yesterday as well. Like Kunkka is a big boy, big safe laner right now. Generally seems to be a very decent pickup. So not very surprised to see that.
No, Kunkka, it's also a reasonably flexible pick. So you can, of course, put it in the mid lane or in the safe lane, depending on what you prefer. I mean, against a Quap, it's actually also very solid to wield. But I do think that Lava played more in the safe lane than in the mid lane. So, yeah.
Yeah, still flexible. We'll see how it goes, but I'm gonna guess safe lane, just because. Just gonna do that.
Okay, well.
Just gonna predict that. Don't worry about it. Just gonna predict that. What about you? You say mid? What are we betting on?
Mid, because pride. Pride's the most important thing. I need to get some back.
Absolutely.
I lost most of it. Is it me or does Queen of Pain have new boots? What is this?
New boots?
I've never looked at the fact that she got different boots.
Wait.
How is she wearing skinned?
Wait. No, that's not possible, right? It's always like the Wait, aren't the pauldrons different as well?
Yeah.
This is very important, actually. This is actually very important. I'm not sure, but now that you say it, maybe. I don't know. I never really see Queen of Pain with a normal cosmetics because mine looks so much better. TA ban, Monkey King ban, Ursan, Abba. What do you think you can kind of read a little bit about their draft looking at those bans, or is it still quite up in the air?
It's completely up in the air. They can go a whole slew of different directions with their choices. I mean, that's also it is a non-DPC event. There is a 15k prize pool though, so they're definitely playing to win. But kind of tournaments are kind of where a lot of teams want to try out things. I mean, of course, you've got your scrims, but trying everything in a space where you feel more pressure on you.
10 seconds.
To try and succeed is kind of what I'm expecting to see. But then again, they pick up a Treant, which is a very dull hero. Doesn't really do too much. It is very useful. They could even pick up an Ogre Magi on the side of Lava next, just to make that tanky lineup continue. Bearbreaker, Kunkka, Timbersaw, 3 strength heroes already. Gyro Cop.
And Gyro.
Okay, that definitely does spell safe lane Gyro Kunkka mid.
We'll see. We'll see. You know, I haven't lost yet. We'll see. I love the lore specific picks here with the Timbersaw and the Treant. I just wanted to point that out. I kind of love that. I love the reactions that Timbersaw has in the game when a Treant's in the game. It's really cute. I don't know. Cute is not the right. I don't know. I think it's cute, but maybe it's not completely the right word. But I don't know. That's just a random tidbit of info that I just wanted to throw out there. yeah, I think your prediction might be correct, but also I have my pride, so I'm gonna
No,
stand with
I'm
my
taking your
original
pride.
prediction.
Your pride's mine now.
Oh my god. Yeah, so we got Timbersaw, Gyrocopter, and Treant on the other side. What are we thinking? What's gonna be next for Noping? Oh, we're gonna find out actually right now. Bloodseeker. Love it.
That's a pretty solid pick against
Love it.
Spirit Breaker, Timbersaw as well. Does mean that you're going to be a lot more active in your approach on the Noping side. I mean, they've picked up their 3 cores plus most likely their 5 position, so they need a 4 position that can be useful against the Gyro +1. I think Lava actually need to pick up a 5 position.
5 seconds left.
2 supports being chosen last on either side.
Dyer's turn to ban.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of quite like, obviously Spirit Breaker is one of those charge in click heroes, bash them type of thing, so it's relatively active. But then Noping is, I think, a little bit more active with the Queen of Pain, Magnus, Blink, Bloodseeker running after them. So I don't know, what do you think is right now the idea of Lava's draft?
Lava's draft definitely looks a lot more aggressive and trying to play it the early to early mid game. Timbersaw wins his lane, which, I mean, Bloodseeker could be a bit annoying, but against a Treant Bloodseeker, for the most part, you should win your lane. And once you take down that tower, Gyro can farm for a little bit. He farms on the side. You send out the Kunkka, Spirit Breaker, Timbersaw to run down the lanes, and they're going to get right in the face of Noping. That's why the choice of Bloodseeker is actually really important, because it's one of the heroes that is very solid in the early to mid game. Thanks, of course, that Rupture. And with the Queen of Pain as well, you can hold on for quite some time. Treant can defend the towers. Though they have kind of a mix where they're looking to go for a bit more late. But honestly, Noping probably losing the late game as well.
Okay, interesting. Really gonna wonder how that plays out. Quite curious about their last picks. You said they're both probably picking up a support now, right? Yeah, I mean, it does really seem that way.
Unless this is Gyro support, then... Which is still... I mean, it seems that Noping think that the last pick is going to be a support. The really, hero... Well, the Morphling ban. I mean, that would actually be pretty nutty if they went for the Morphling, then got the Ags, and went for the double Balrog charge. Which I've not seen for quite some time, but I have some nightmares from that one.
Yeah, understandable. I ban Morphling always in my pubs.
I
think Morphling is a scary hero. No, I think Morphling is much scarier than Tinker, in my honest opinion.
I can handle a Morphling with like Spirit Vessel, Ayasgati, whatever. I can drain his mana. There are so many tools, but a Tinker that blinks on you with that stupid, overwhelming blink, and you cannot do anything because you just slowed to death.
I mean, yes, but also Morphling in my skill bracket of Gutter is usually a Smurf. So I have bad experiences with Morphlings because they're usually really, really good. And they scare me. Like that hero, if he pops off, you know what I mean? Like if that hero pops off, he pops off. And it's terrifying. Tinker, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I think I have a weak spot for Tinker, but don't tell anyone.
Oh.
Terrorblade, alright. Look at that. Look at that.
Like a Spirit 5, Gyro 4? Kunkka mid, Timbersaw off lane, I guess. I mean, did go for that safe laner last, which all of a sudden turns their lineup into a very strong late game lineup. And their opponents, they've got a Bloodseeker. I mean, right now, Noping, it's looking like they might need to double down and just trying to take the game quickly. Unless they're going to also go for something strange and make this a Magnus support. Bloodseeker
I mean, possible, right?
It is.
Anything's
I'm not
possible.
happy with it, but it is.
Nah. I mean, that's understandable, but hey, it's possible. Okay, alright. I mean, Terrorblade, yeah. Farmy boy, go click creeps. Very good. Very nice. I'm really curious about the last pick on Noping, though. Yeah, you think they should kind of double down on the whole end the game quick thing? So you think they should pick like a hero that is in line with that?
Yeah, I think something that either You could also just go for something that does like heavy magic damage. You already have the Quap, which is pretty solid against TB. Maybe even think about like Elder Titan in this case, which is good against TB. Reasonable, not great against Timbersaw. That's the only downside. It's actually not that good against Timber, but the TB gets absolutely annihilated if you get next to him. Plus, with the Magnus Treant, you definitely have some nice combos. They're going to go Phoenix instead. The only one that has decent attack speed is going to be the TB for the most part.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. So that's Bloodseeker safe?
Yeah, that should be Seeker safe for RDO. I don't think he's going to pick the Treant. Though that would be very fun.
You don't think? Treant safely. Let's go. Anything's possible in Dota, you know what I mean? As long as you have the right attitude. Trust me.
No. It doesn't work that way. It's not.
You're a non-believer. Don't worry. But you're just a non-believer.
Non-believer.
You're just crushing my dreams here. It's okay. I'm used to it. Yeah. I mean, let's look at cosmetics. Queen of Pain, looking very good. Looking great. Oh, that's actually, isn't that like the second style unlock on the, or is it just? No, it's not. Wait, it is. Wait, is it? No.
Oh, I have no idea. I can't. Mid laner.
Maybe.
I don't touch it.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Terrorblade looking very slick. Kunkka, that's too much going on. Not a big fan. I do like Timbersaw though. That is a very good hat. I think both teams have a decent cosmetic game. Don't like how Spirit Breaker looks though. Looks a little bit boring next to everyone else. It's like, you know, the person that shows up to a Halloween party as the only one not in a costume. Kind of awkward, but you know, not everyone is a fan of Halloween. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you've also got the other side that you go to a Halloween party and everyone is dressed like Spirit Breaker and you're like a full Treant costume and everyone's who invited that weird person?
Yeah, I am usually on that side, but yeah, I don't want to talk about it. It's too awkward. But yeah, you know, I love people who fully commit to things like that. Yeah, both good cosmetic game. Either side could win now.
Yes,
there, I said
because
it.
it's about those cosmetics. I personally do like the draft of Lava more.
Mm-hmm.
They have a bit of everything. Of course, the team fight with Noping is very good with a nice good RP into Sonic Wave, Phoenix Egg. What is this Magnus opening? Okay, new Magnus offlane build. Quelling Headdress.
Okay. Yeah, I mean HP regen. Yeah, yeah. I guess for some.
No, don't say yeah.
No, I mean he got it right. He's a better player than me, so I always just assume he must kind of know what he's doing, right? Right?
No.
Right?
No. What is this?
Oh, they're going for this TV. Oh, okay.
That is a big
this
catch.
kid might die.
And that is a dead TV. First
Damn.
blood. Okay, that was not really a situation where you should be able to kill the TB at all. Like, he walks towards the tower, which of course that makes sense. That's what TBs and Morphlings do at the start of the game. They walk towards the tower, they stand there. But the fact that he walks further than the tower is kind of strange.
Yeah, I mean, I think he just... I mean, obviously, he really did not expect them to go there. It was, I mean, it was very smart, very clever, you know. They knew that he was going to be there, and they just, yep, let's go get first blood. They're still going to get runes as well. They're really sacrificing nothing for that. They're just gaining a whole lot right at the start of the game, so that's a really, really good start for them.
Illagor gonna harass the gyrocopter. It's got that nice little orb of venom as well. Oh, gyro taking a beating. Treant. Much right-click damage. So it's Gyro 5 guarding a Terror Blade against a Magnus with a headdress. Game starts weird.
Yeah, you know, I love it. Love to see it. Yeah, and then Kunkka mid, you know, just I'll get my pride back at some point. I'm not worried.
Nah,
it's really going for the harass here
I'm
on
never
this.
letting it go.
They're really going for the harass here on this Magnus, trying to get a bit of damage in. I always really underestimate the power of Nature's Grasp. Honestly, like that spell is at least by me underrated. I'm not gonna make a broad statement that other people underrated, because people that, you know, in this skill bracket probably do not do things like that. But honestly, you know, it just looks like these friendly little branches on the floor. You're just like, you know, I can stand it in before you know you're dead.
Yeah, but the problem with it is that you can also just not stand in it, and then it does like nothing. And right now, Theodore dropping low in HP. Monster's trying to help out the tree, and Skewer comes through. Monster pushes the TB back. Not level 2 yet, otherwise they probably would have both died. And yeah, they're just spamming out regen on the dire side, which is not going to be great. Again, address, you know. 2.5 HP regen. Whoop-de-doo. I know that he definitely has to go for Guardian Greaves this game, otherwise it would be a complete waste.
I guess he wants to go for Guardian Greaves early? Is that a thing on Magnus? I mean, it can be a thing on Magnus, obviously. Like, headdress starting item can be. But,
first item, Guardian Greaves, is actually kind of the normal offlane Magnus build. But
yeah, but I mean, like, kind of semi-rush? Is that a thing?
Nah, normally you want
not quite, right?
Mana boost.
Yeah, and Blink first, or do you go?
Nah, you go Guardian Greaves before Blink.
Got it. Alright, this Jacob's in a little bit of trouble. Right, yeah, I mean, obviously, but I don't really play Magnus. Don't know if it shows, but not a huge fan of Rhino Man. What's going on in top lane? Not a lot, actually. I'm just kind of having a look. Not a lot going on there right now. Just 2 heroes farming a little bit.
Off lane is really struggling in their lanes. So one advantage for the Timbersaw is that it's a Timbersaw. So at one point, he doesn't need the Barrow who's charging towards mid. Luckily, Analog makes sure that he stands underneath the tower so there's no shenanigans coming forward. Well,
I wonder what idiot
bottom
got
lane.
killed.
I mean, he's getting a pretty decent amount of farm. Not really being harassed out of the lane whatsoever by the tree and Magnus.
Yeah, I mean, what you just said about Timbersaw as well, I just think the charm of Timbersaw is just, at some point, he just exists.
Charge coming through, but a very good shockwave to interrupt the charge. Theodore does not get taken down. Yeah, Timbersaw top. What can you do until you get your ult? You can't do anything, and RDO is taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, this Timbersaw is reaching the point where he can just kind of exist without people being able to do much about it. This Phoenix is ganking middle, meanwhile. This Quop got out just in time. This Kunkka's taking a lot of damage as well. Is he going to die from this? Doesn't look like it. Very close, though. Very close. Lot of low HP mid, but not quite a kill on either side.
RDO getting charged top lane is a little bit faster thanks to, of course, the Kunkka being low in HP, but with the charge coming forward from Kim, RDO walks all the way back, and the tier 1 tower top should die soon, where Theodore is actually the one dying bottom lane. Dado with the TB Metamorphosis gets himself a kill as well, and honestly this game not looking too great for Noping so far. Top lane is a struggle. Mid lane is going pretty decent for the Quap. That's the big plus side, but Monster as well, like being bullied out by the Terrorblade. Plus Gyrocopter is definitely not superb.
Yeah, it's I mean, you know, good thing is that Terrorblade is definitely farming, doing well on that one. He's getting engaged on though right now. 2 heroes on him, Magnus and Tree Ants manages to get away. Gyrocopter just throwing that homing missile in there just to make sure that his lane buddy can get out. But I'm gonna go back to a chill farming situation, or are they? Another engage here in the bottom lane on this Terrorblade. A lot of clicks coming in, and then the skewer, and then that last hit by Magnus. Terrorblade dies here, but Spearbreaker comes in as well. Wants to try and get a kill here potentially with this Gyrocopter. Kind of realizes, maybe the two of us don't really have quite enough damage, so they seem to kind of just walk away again.
Of course, TB dying ain't the worst in the world. He's still top net worth by quite a decent margin. Is actually going for something that I absolutely horrendously despise. And that would be a Hand of Midas TB. In what world is that useful?
I mean, why would it not be useful? That's kind of what I'm wondering.
Because Manta Style gets you about the same farm, but it also is giving you stats. Something that the TB, without any HP stats, is like weakest hero in terms of HP pool. Any magic damage and he dies.
I mean, I'm just thinking though, like there must be some reason. You know what I mean? Like there must be some like mind games, something.
I don't know.
You know about it?
No. Attack speed is
Okay.
nice, but you also get it from agility.
Yeah, obviously.
It's not that good of a farming tool. They don't have
I
like,
wonder.
a creep summoning hero on their side. I know Midas is one of those items. A select couple of heroes should wield it, but not everyone. RDO though, top lane.
Is he gonna die here? No, he's not. He managed to run away. Phoenix coming in though as well.
Gotta be careful. They gotta be very careful. Phoenix, he's about to just drop. And KJ, stay alive? Yes, he can. With the rotation from Theodore coming through, he'll stay alive for the time being. But that Timbersaw really is showing his stuff in that top lane.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm just thinking. Going back to the Hand of Midas terribly. So what I'm just thinking is, I think it's some big brain thing. It must be.
If it was a big brain
it
thing,
must be.
you probably would have seen it somewhere else.
Yeah, but maybe he's like, I don't know. You know,
Manta's
sometimes
even great this game because you get rid of the Treant Root, you get rid of the Bloodseeker Science, you get rid of the Phoenix attack slow, dot damage, you get rid of the Quap dot. There's like
I think it's big brain probably.
every
I think it's
hero
big brain.
on the side of Noping has something you want to dispel. And he's not getting a dispel.
The Spirit Breaker meanwhile dying here in the mid lane. Kunka's probably gonna die as well. Too much damage coming in from the Phoenix and from the Crop. Cop is getting engaged although by this Gyrocopter. Can he get the kill here? Not quite sure. He's in a little bit of pickle but does get the kill. Terrorblade joining him as well. Spirit Breaker charging in on this Phoenix. Phoenix dying here as well by this Gyrocopter. That is very good for them. Very good. A little bit of pressure coming in on middle now. Bloodseeker kind of joining as well. Chasing them off a little bit, and this Terrorblade meanwhile going to farm their half of the map and just hanging out there, having a good time.
I'm just gonna be salty the entire time. I just no. First of all,
Yeah.
Hand of Midas is an item that I'm not a fan of in general. I just don't like it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But the only plus side about it is the attack speed. Or like heroes like a DK, or you know, the farming potential for heroes that don't have any farm potential.
But
TV has it. I'll stop.
Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
never stop.
It's obvious that this is like a deep-rooted issue for you, and you know, if you want to talk about it after these games, then you know, my door is always open. You know, we can have an emotional conversation about Hand of Midas because it does bother you a lot.
Yep. Definitely does.
Yep.
Okay,
meanwhile,
I actually see one thing that it could be useful for, and that's the experience game. Something that the TB does suck with.
big brain.
Very
See?
little experience because he normally sends his illusions split, push the map.
Okay, here we go again, and we're back to the
That's
Hand of
literally
Midas
the only
thing.
reason.
And
Nothing
we're
else.
back. Meanwhile, a lot of pressure is being put top, obviously by Timbersaw. Timbersaw is just existing at this point. It does look like they kind of want to stop him here, though. There's three heroes kind of gaining in on him. The Rupture coming out. Timbersaw, meanwhile, just trying to get out here, trying to run into the trees. Tree Ants here now as well, though. He's silenced. Getting clicked, but that armor is just insane. He is crazy survivable. Like, Hood of Defiance gets popped, and he's just going to walk away here. That's three heroes committing on him for, well, nothing, really.
I'm more baffled at the fact that Magnus missed his skewer. On face, Timbersaw, who's standing still with a Rupture on him. What?
A little bit awkward, a little bit uncomfortable, but you know, I'm sure he'll have some sick plays later to make up for that.
I mean,
Doubt.
right now Quap is doing a good job, but the TB is just so far ahead this game. Got a pretty solid free bottom lane. Completely wasn't punished at all. Didn't even get forced to level Sunder so far. He's honestly not really been... He did die twice. I mean, the first one was, of course, at minute 0, so that one doesn't really count. You lose like 7 gold.
Yeah, it's yeah, I think I kind of like how active both teams are trying to get now. They keep going for these fights here. There's 4 heroes here engaging on this Kunkka. Kunkka's trying to TP out. Meanwhile, in the back line, this Gyro coming in with a lot of damage, but also trying to TP out. Now, is he going to be able to? Yes, he is! Yes, he is! Easy! Just... That shouldn't have happened, but it did.
Well, that is unfortunate, to say the very least. They take a lot of damage, but no one actually dies in that engagement. And while they're all distracted, you know, screwing around in their own jungle, you've got yourselves a TB who's just AFK farming. No one is even getting close to hunting him. The tier 1 tower barely took any damage outside of lava in the bottom lane. They can't really do anything against him for the time being, which is really strange, because he's not getting punished at all for that Hand of Midas. Like, he's got the Yasha now done. Hand of Midas, Yasha, which is an insane timing, by the way. But he's still running around with less than 1,000 HP.
Yeah, he's really definitely uncontested. He has, you know, 128 last hits right now. So far ahead of anyone else in this game. Next one under him is Quop with 80. So it's, yeah, I mean, they really have to start doing something about him, you know? They really have to start stopping him there in that jungle, but they're just so focused on the whole rest of the team. Which is exactly what they want with the Terrorblade, you know? They want the other team to be focused on the other players in it. But yeah, definitely a big advantage for Terrorblade here.
Lava creating so much space, making sure that TB never gets hunted. Bottom lane, still no one is pushing that out is surprising.
Looks like a fight's coming in again.
Yeah, they're gonna try the Timber Saw, but they failed multiple times. It's a full 5-man rotation this time around. They're gonna pop almost all their ultis. RP thrown on him as well. Rupture for good measure. And he is just gonna...
He died.
Chain himself to death, but that cost him RP, Overgrowth, Rupture, 3 big ultis for an offlaner that, you know, the only reason why he's playing underneath the enemy's tier 2 tower is literally to bait their ults.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah, not great. I mean, he is dead though, so it might be a little bit like a moral victory for them. Because Timbersaw has been annoying, so I can imagine that it's very good for the team to see Timbersaw die. But yeah, definitely not great to have all those ults kind of used for that. Ooh, double damage on this Quop.
Phoenix Egg gets dropped. The last remaining ultis have been used, but they get the kill. They walk away. The Phoenix Egg is not going to get any stun off. And yeah, they kill the Quap while Noping wastes 2 ultis in the process, with the tier 1 tower towards mid being the target right now. And without any ultis, there's really nothing to fear.
Oh. There really isn't. TB coming out of jungle as well. Click the tower a few times. Some heals coming in as well in that middle tower. Not gonna be able to take it right now, but definitely a decent amount of pressure there. Looks like they still wanna... No, not really. They wanna go on Kunkka though. Is he gonna be able to TP out here? No, he's not.
Oh.
No, he's not.
Came back.
Overgrowth coming in.
Gets taken down. He does have his armlet, so could possibly potentially toggle. The problem is there's a lot of dots on the side of no ping, so toggling is not going to be easy at all this game.
Yeah. What is happening meanwhile? What is happening with their carry right now?
Not much. RDO is trying to
Not
farm,
much.
but he can never farm as fast as a Hand of Midas Manta style TB.
Yeah, it's yeah, absolutely not. I mean, they really just need to keep making moves and you know, farm heroes in this situation. And they really need to stop again. They really just need to start stopping this Terrorblade. This Terrorblade is just having a grand old time, a grand old uncontested farming time, you know? He's just gonna keep going. He's gonna get so strong, he's gonna emerge from the jungle, and it's gonna be a massacre.
Or, you know, his team kills off everyone else and they don't even need the TB anymore. Tends to happen most of the time.
I mean, you know, insurance policy carries, right? I'd love to see those.
So, next item that he wants to get is going to be the Lincoln Sphere. And they've got a solid 4 spells that they can use against them. That is it. Oh, that's a big Sonic Boom. Stallion both on the run.
Yeah,
Looks get dropped as well. The chase is going forward. And they find them both because Leostal tried to arm the toggle while the sun was on him, which is, I might add, not the smartest of moves.
I mean, it's a desperation move. I guess it was more like, gotta try something, right?
He would have actually survived if he just ran.
No, you think?
Yeah.
I mean,
Wasn't that low in
that's...
HP. He had like
Okay, I mean, that's a little bit awkward.
300 or something. He just wanted to toggle and died.
I mean, he wanted to look cool, and he died in the process.
Which made him look very uncool.
I think he looked very cool, whatever. Meanwhile, this Timber Saw is just hanging out here in the top lane. Gonna keep pushing here. And at some point, maybe they're gonna commit all that stuff on him again. I mean, that's kind of what he still wants, right? He still wants to bait them out. He still wants them to move towards him. Seems like they've maybe learned a little bit, though, from the last situation.
We're back. That Jaro is in trouble. And he'll die. And Log gets the kill secured. Still only a 3k net worth advantage, which definitely feels like it should be a lot more with the TB being this incredibly fat.
Yeah, that's actually not a lot. That surprises me. This TB has a crazy amount of last hits now, though. I keep looking at it and I keep being very surprised. I mean, surprise is not the right word, because we know he's just uncontested farming right now, but still, it's just actually insane.
I'm actually baffled that he's going on Lincoln. Or, like, Bloodseeker Rupture is the only reason why I think he would be going for Lincolns, but it also does, like, not nearly enough to be warranted, I guess. Ooh, nice charge, and the illusion gets the kill. Kim in the tree lines. He needs to dodge away for long enough. Actually has a shadow amulet that he can use. Well, this was a little bit too low HP, so Bloodseeker had vision of him with Thirst.
1 for 1. Not too bad.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I'm gonna attempt to get some damage on mid again. Gonna be very hard with that tree ant just kind of constantly healing that tower. It's always a little bit, really gotta go for the full hard engage on mid there to be able to get it.
I'll quickly turn off my Steam notifications.
Oh, did they come through?
Yeah, no, just be, you know, random messages popping up. Everyone in
I
chat
see.
thinking right now, oops, someone's
Yeah.
messaging.
Bloodseeker gonna keep trying to farm though. He's like, you know, he knows he can't outfarm this TB, but he's gotta keep trying, right? He's gotta keep trying. He's actually not doing too bad, I think. In my opinion. He's he seems to be catching up a little bit. He's not gonna catch up properly to TB, but he's definitely not doing so bad.
Rupture, catch on Timsaw, they get the kill, Phoenix gets dropped as well. Overgrowth comes through, holds Leostal in place. Leostal's in trouble. Leostal is another one paying the price. Easy double kill secured for no ping. Net worth is dropping very quickly, and Kitaro, I mean, he is still top net worth, but there's definitely ways of killing him this game, because even with the Lincoln Sphere, he's running around with almost no HP.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle
Terrorblades in their side of the jungle, just gonna keep going. Do they see him though? They spawn him? Yeah, they do. They do spawn him. Phoenix is gonna go in. Doesn't quite work out that way. Spiritbreaker running in as well, going on this Bloodseeker. Terribly clicking quite a lot, doing a lot of damage, but Quop coming in there as well, getting that kill by Phoenix on Spiritbreaker. They tried to do something there, but it didn't quite work out in their favor here for Lava.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Double damage. No, never mind. Yeah, it is. Yeah, double damage on Quop as well.
Yeah, but no Sonic Wave, so they don't really have the damage to take down the TB. Towards mid, RP's not there as well. Phoenix Egg's also on cooldown. There's nothing to fear for the TB if the enemy uses all their ults for, well, a couple of kills earlier, but right now the Rupture, Skewer again, big catch, Timbersaw's in trouble, Frank. Uses his life. They're finding the catches here. And fairly tough to continue. Leostal has had a pretty tough game on that Kunkka mid. 0, 4, and 3. Might even be a little bit more because he's going to get jumped. Leostal, oh, the charge. Big charge coming out from him.
Oh, that was so good. That was... Still got the kill though, jumping in there with the co-op and just getting that kill on this Kunkka. He really thought he was getting out there, but sadly,
looks to be disintegrating.
Noping actually getting almost taking the net with advantage, and now they're in the Roche pit. TP of course still doing some split push shenanigans. But now he's finally going for an actual really good item on TV. That's just build stats upon stats upon stats.
It's gonna looking like a little bit of a Roche fight, but can they really stop them Roshing? I mean, Kunkka's not up.
Right now, almost all the ults for Noping are back up. So, KJ Phoenix dies before he can even respond. Roshan's very low as well. There's no metamorphosis for Kitaro.
Are they gonna go for it though? I mean,
it's risky. There's no Phoenix Egg.
Reverse polarity's up as well. I mean, they can kind of just jump in, and I think they will. Definitely going to jump in with the reverse polarity.
Sonic Wave as well. The big damage. Kotaro, he's dropping low. Overgrowth as well, and they get a double kill. They finish off out. They get the ages. I mean, yeah, there was no Phoenix, but they, as you said, they've got RP, they've got the rest as well to work with, and they are just mowing down Lava right now, who are honestly kind of sort of throwing their entire lead away.
Yeah, it really does feel that way. You know, they have the insurance policy of TB, but you know, if this keeps happening, that's really not going to do so much for them. Spirit Breaker, meanwhile, just charging in here in bottom wave just for the wave. Encountered Phoenix on his way. Is he going to do something with that? Nah, he's not. He's going to get out here with the Shadow Blade.
I can't do anything against Phoenix. Phoenix got a Yule's plus Phoenix Egg. And he never has enough damage to kill off a level 2 Phoenix Egg. But RDO is catching up right now. He's also done with his own Lincoln Spear, which actually makes a lot more sense than the TV's one. Because against Sunder, against Charge, or Nether Strike from Spirit Breaker, against X Marks the Spot, Homing Missile, so many. Every single spell from Lava that is single target is really hard to deal with.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think one of the most annoying things to deal with when you play Spirit Breaker is when your enemy has a Lincoln Sphere.
RDO's even higher experience than Kotaro. Well, they find a nice little quick catch on Takachu. Pyrocopter, of course, getting to the point in the game where he can't much. But, like, anything. Drops a homing missile plus a call down, and he just tends to die at that point.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of isn't that a little bit like the purpose then? What you said, like of a gyro at that point? Just drop your spells and die.
Well, you don't want him to die, but that is kind of the downside of the hero as a support.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, you don't want them to die. You don't want any hero to die, ideally, but we gotta be realistic here.
Radiant's top tower's under attack.
Old gang coming out, Noping, looking for a fight.
Dire's bottom tower is
Decent vision here as well.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Lava's definitely aware.
He's gonna be the target. He's got a Lotus. He's break the smoke. Actually, they're gonna go for Kotaro. KJ is still smoked up. Does he spot him out? Icarus dive. Yules gets popped by the Lincolns. Kotaro in the trees. Gonna try and go for the TP awake and the ultimate blaze overgrowth. Yes,
oh,
they can. Kotaro's gonna die, and that is a big kill.
That is huge for them. Still ages as well in this Bloodseeker. Still doesn't have too much to fear for about 2 minutes. And they're finally gonna get this bottom tower here. Oh, or maybe not. It is about time though.
And not even the team with the tree. And how is it still up?
Yeah.
Power's still there.
It's like it has to go down at some point. It looks like they're gonna do it now though. Like yeah, there we go. There we go.
Great teamwork.
Oh,
You vicious
they find
sons.
the Bara towards mid, but there's even a charge forward. Got gyrocopter. He's going to be held in place. No way to TP away. RDO 905. He's on a godlike streak right now, and I just can't believe that Lava actually threw away
Radiant's bottom tower
every
needs a
advantage they
hand.
had. I mean, right now, RDO is catching up to Kataro. Went Hand of Midas first item.
Yeah, you want to talk a bit more about the Hand of Midas, or
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah, no, I mean they're really throwing away that lead, and you know, Noping is just
Dire's top tower
taking
is under
good advantage of that.
To be fair, it's not a good BKB game for him. Phoenix Egg, RP, Sonic Wave, Rupture, so many tools against it. Right now, if you had a BKB, you still die.
I have to say that was very painful for Lava. That was very painful.
Dire's structures are
Well,
fortified.
as a trade, they'll at least find the
Radiant's bottom
tree in
tower
top lane, so yay.
Worth? 1 for 1? It's totally worth. Don't look at positions.
Oh, X-Mark drag back the prop analog is in trouble. Ghost Ship comes on. Gets the
She gonna be able
blade
to get
back
out?
with a charge from Kim. Something you can't dodge. Those
Close.
signs on Frankie immediately gets rid of it thanks to the low to sort of Rupture.
5 seconds for
Ruptures
Aegis.
himself. Does he die? He just needs to sprint away, RDO! Aegis is going
Oh!
to get popped, but he's still alive for the time being, and he's looking to continue the fight. He wants the easy nom nom nom. Kim almost dead. Icarus dive forward. Will Kim die? Yes, he'll burn. The team fight win is still in favor of Noping, with RDO healing up.
So close on the Bloodseeker. That was living on the edge. Absolutely living on the edge. My god.
3k ahead of the Terrorblade. LTB was at one point, what, 4k ahead of him?
Yeah, TB was just doing so well the early game. And now, oh, look at him. I mean, you know, I think it's still recoverable, right?
No,
No.
it's
Okay.
not recoverable. Timbersaw falls off in the late game. Terrorblade's build, it's not good. And in terms of team fighting, you're up against a complete lineup that has only team fight ulti. Like Phoenix, Egg, Overgrowth, RP, Sonic Wave, and the Bloodseeker as well. Even though TB is technically the strongest core in this game, they have a BKB piercing spell for effect on literally every hero on Noping.
Yeah, it's I mean, they're probably not gonna recover, but I kind of want to see them. I kind of want to see them recover. You know what I mean? That's gonna be so fun.
Yeah, but they're not gonna.
Yeah,
So-
but it doesn't. Yeah, but you know, I'm living in a world where maybe they will, and I like to live in that world. I
That's
like
a-
to stay in
that
my little
world-
fantasy land, please. Thank you.
That world is so wrong.
It's just my fantasy land. Just let me live in it, man. Just let me live in it. I think it'll be fun. You know, I mean, Noping can still throw,
tower is not feeling the
right?
Dire's top
I-
tower is under attack.
Look, I just wanna keep all possibilities open.
I mean,
That is all.
There is a possibility.
If anything is possible,
They might have like 3 players DCing,
yeah.
and
There
then
we
they,
go.
and
See?
maybe Lava have a chance at that point.
Dire's bottom tower.
Yeah.
Look good.
Possibilities and chances. It's never 0. Might be 0.1,
Tower is under
and
attack.
and that's a chance.
Well, TB is got himself that Ayascati, and he's going for the Satanic next. Actually getting some very tanky items, something that he desperately needs. Because, well, he does die fairly quickly, considering previous items. And BKB again, it's just not a good BKB game, so you just need a ton of stats. Honestly, I would, even though it sounds iffy, but having yourselves a Sanj just for the status resistance might be massive.
Just gonna go for stats. I'm
Taro,
just getting clapped here.
pretty decently farmed, and it's only a 6k net with lead. So it feels like it's so much more.
It really
Dire's middle
does.
tower is
Smoke
under
coming in though
attack.
on the side of lava. They wanna, what do they wanna do? Well, it ended, so it doesn't matter what they wanted to do. Irrelevant.
They are still relaxing on the high ground. Roche up in 50 seconds. Courier is about to die.
Dire's courier has been
Good
killed.
item too for Terrorblade, good neutral. Elven
Absolutely
tunic.
great.
They don't have any MKB yet.
Yeah.
Dire's
The
courier has
side
been killed.
of Noping, but most of the time they kind of kill him just by pure ults. Their spells just do a ton of damage. But with the Ice Scotty, he is a lot more survivable. Analog. So many
Radiant's
Lincoln
courier
series this
has
game.
been killed.
It's really a Lincoln's game, isn't it?
Yevstal has absolutely no farm.
Radiant's top tower ain't
066
looking
on the
too
mid
steady.
Kunkka, one of the heroes that honestly is
Yeah.
probably
Catches
one of the
Alfredo
strongest
are
out there
scanning for
during
enemies.
patch.
Yeah, a little bit uncomfortable to see. It really just looks like what can lava do right now to kind of take this back? Because it's, I mean, you said like no chance or whatever, but what would be the win condition here? Tell
They
me.
literally need to catch Noping, like RDO and Monster off guard twice, 3 times in a row, and not lose their TV in half second. Like,
Again.
he melts. That didn't last that long. Why are coming up from the TV? They're going to readdress. They will lose the Treant, but they just use a couple of ults on that Treant. Timbersaw, he's in a tough spot. They'll try and disengage, but will just be right click down. Torn comes through. Leostold, nice RP. Onto the Kunkka, hold him in place. Make sure that Kunkka dies. Overgrowth is not going to root up Kutaro, and that's a big catch for Kutaro. TB coming forward. Does have a double damage on the TB as well. And Roshan is up with Leostold dying right now. Still don't feel that confident in taking Roche, even though there are no ults available on the side of Noping.
Yeah, it's a buyback as well on this Terrorblade, so Terrorblade has been a little bit out of position this whole game, so
Dire is scanning for enemies.
he better be real careful right now.
Kotaro just decided to wait until his meta was almost over, then pop double damage and walk into Roche. Like, he actually went to the side, the farm some
They're
creeps,
gonna-
and then use it at the end, which is
They're gonna get engaged on.
strange. Into the pit though, Kotaro still gets the Aegis and the shard. The big pickups coming through. However, will lose his first life. Cardio is taking a beating from his own illusion in the process, but they're finding the rest of the backline and leaving the TB last to get that dieback going. Pops himself the Demon Seal, but you can't run away from a Magnus, and he's just gonna die with a dieback on top. Yeah.
Yeah, Aegis, dieback. Oh my. Yeah, it's looking pretty rough here, everyone. It's looking pretty rough. Do you think they can end?
Oh yeah,
maybe
they
not
can
quite.
They
Yeah, you
can just
think?
walk up the high ground. Because the thing
We'll
is, they
see.
have their ultis up in a second. All of them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Just Kunkka, semi. Nah, I mean he's not that scary actually. He has annoying spells, but not that scary. Gyrocopter meanwhile just getting skewered in here and just dying there right in the middle of the team.
Radiant's middle tower is not feeling
Tip coming in on this Magnus as well.
Tower had a run
Great
in
job,
the
Rhino man. Well done on that one.
Oh, Tim is trying to cut some creep waves. They're not GGing out just yet.
Radiant's middle barracks are
Plus
still
side
there.
of cutting the creep wave, but you see the reason why not to just go for the tier 4s and end. There's no buyback on any of the heroes on the Radiant side.
Exactly. They're just gonna go for that.
He's trying
I
to
mean,
cut
what are
the
they gonna
creep
do
wave,
about it?
But he can't kill it in one fell swoop, and that means the Spirit Breaker is another one in the dumpster. So, creeps are cut. That's a plus. Looking for another wave to
Tower
push.
is under attack.
He's trying, and the only thing we can do is appreciate that.
In the meantime,
think
Leostal
that's-
is just chilling AFK in the fountain.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. What are you gonna do?
I mean, at least throw a torrent or a ghost ship. Something. You have your Spirit Breaker charging into death every single time. Help your teammates out. Doesn't matter. GG was called, but
Good game. Yeah,
I think our definition is different.
I mean, I think it was really fun to watch.
Noping did a solid job, but this was definitely Lava just dropping the ball and kicking.
Yeah, a little bit uncomfortable to watch, but still fun though. I think it's, you know, even these kind of games are just very fun. Just a lot of chaos.
But I like my chaos to be controlled, and this was just, you know, chaos.
I mean, I'm pretty sure controlled chaos. Yeah, should we get no? Anyway, yeah, no, I think it was a really fun game. I think this Terrorblade, you know, he was off to a pretty good start. I mean, we're saying, you know, like, oh, this Terrorblade, he's gonna do so well. Look at his farm, he's uncontested, and he was for such a long time. But they just couldn't really capitalize on it, and this Terrorblade just got caught out of position. I mean, yeah, sure, you know, let's have that Hand of Midas discussion again, but I mean, that. Yeah, I do agree. Well. I agree. It's it was definitely questionable, and he was just caught out of position so many times. And you know, the buyback, grabbing Aegis, then losing Aegis, and then the dieback. It's like, it was just uncomfortable. Like he was definitely really trying, but it just wasn't his game. Like it just felt like it just wasn't their game. You know what I mean? Like they were maybe they were in their own heads too much. Who knows?
Well, that is, of course, the first game concluded, but there is more to witness. Game 2 between Lava and Noping will be played after a short break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Another match to be played here in the tournament. Are you excited? I definitely am. My name is DK Truman, joined by Sparks for game number 2. Game number 1, I mean, it was interesting.
Yeah.
Let's keep it at that and not talk about it any longer. Hopefully get a different game in game 2.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I don't think you can really say much more about that game anyway. I think there's just not more to be said. The Bantam picks just went really, really quickly, actually. They did that real fast. Queen of Pain being picked up again, and then again this Magnus Treant. Seems like they really have a clear game plan here again.
Let's see, of course, if they're going to stick with the full 5 team fight alties that, of course, Pierce BKB as well. Of course, this time Queen of Pain getting chosen by Lava instead, so that one scooped away from the no ping side. And they're gonna still play with the Timber Saw. I think that was the problem. To be fair, it wasn't really the problem. It was a very good game by Frank, but when you get to the later portions, the Saw is kind of weak. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, he drops off quite a bit. He's just at some point just exists. Bloodseeker ban coming in as well. Yeah, I mean, a little bit understandable. Looking at this the game just now that we don't talk about.
And the Phoenix ban, also from the game.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about.
They're definitely a little bit upset about the previous game, which is understandable. I hope they can take it back here. I mean, that'd be nice. No, we have to talk about it at least. We have to. That was not great. I really hope that this is gonna be. It's gonna look less like a throw, like a accidental throw. You know.
Yeah. And it all starts with just don't get Hanamitis on Terrorblade and a Lincoln Sphere in a game where there's like one Lincoln your spell that deals with you and they never use it on you, because why would you rupture Terrorblade? But regardless, yeah, that was a bad performance. That was a really bad performance on the side of Lava.
Yeah.
Even though their early game was tremendous. Right now, though, new game, new chances. Queen of Pain, of course, a solid pickup. Kunkka is still available. No Ping could pick it up themselves, which was really well with the Magnus Treant.
Yeah, I mean, another big team fight would be very good. Yeah, I mean, I hope, Lava just kind of stepped outside for a sec. Big breath of fresh air, just kind of clearing their mind a little bit and just going back at it with renewed energy. That's what I'm hoping to see here.
Well, man can hope. Fortunately, with these hero picks, Snoping are going the same direction. Of course, they can't go any closer because one of the heroes got stolen, 2 of them got banned.
Right.
But are they going to continue with that big team fight, or are they going to go for a different direction and get a late game for themselves? Of course, landing against the Timber Saw, you thinking either maybe Monkey King to deal with him, Ursa's pretty A-okay, or you get some magic damage, Gyrocopter as your safe lane to deal with the Timber.
I mean, Gyro would make sense, right? Would make sense in this draft, right? Gyro?
The Gyro is always
so far
a nice tool to have, especially because the homing missile, Queen of Pain can't really run it if you even throw it on top of him, and he does a ton of magic damage in Timber Saw. And is also one of those heroes, if you really lose the lane, you can
Radiant pick.
Oh, OD. Okay.
Offlane OD? Or
no. I mean, Magnus is probably going to be offlane, right? Magnus Treant offlane combo.
Yeah, but OD is like Queen of Pain is the counter to OD in the mid.
10 seconds.
Right.
So OD has a very terrible lane. If it's actually a mid ODs, I would assume it's an offlane OD and they put the Magnus mid. Maybe even Magnus safe lane, which is also something some teams tend to run.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I'm quite curious. Yeah, it does seem a little bit weird for them to pick an OD mid into like a Queen of Pain that's probably going to be mid. I mean, they can flex Queen of Pain as well, right? I love this pick. I love Nyx.
Nyx Assassin is always nice. good against the AoE of Magnus Treant. Also a solid counter for the OD because it's got that big mana burn damage.
Yeah. Spiked Carapace is
5 seconds left.
just a good spell, you know.
It's not as good against OD or as it used because, of course, until you get Ags, Astral doesn't do AoE anymore. But it is nice against like Meteor.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just in general, I think just it's a good spell. I think Nyx is just a pretty good hero. It's nice to see him get picked up more, and yeah, it's good stuff. OD, not so much. It's hard to see OD as like. It's hard to give him the respect that he deserves in a way when you get stomped by him a lot, and then you start to just resent him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I resent OD, but yeah.
I like OD because it's a hero that's annoying, but there's definitely a way to deal with him. Compared to a lot of different other heroes out there. Right now, it looks like Noping are a little bit more experimenting. I mean, Anti-Mage not necessarily a hero that you would expect that much. OD also, I mean, Analog and Monster don't really play OD. At least for so far, I can see they don't play that hero that much. So I think they're trying out some new things to see if they can run it. Though, OD is just in general a very good hero in this patch.
Yeah, good pickup for sure. Lion Band there on the side of Lava. I mean, Lion is annoying to deal with anyway, so I think makes perfect sense. I like that they picked up Anti-Mage.
10 seconds.
Yeah, I like that. I'm really curious how that's gonna play out.
5 seconds.
Actually,
left.
quickly check. They've played OD 5 times on the side of Noping, and they have a 100% win rate on.
Oh.
So that's
Okay,
actually
I
not
see.
bad, and it has been run by their mid laner every single time.
Okay. Might be mid then, and yeah, might be mid anyway.
Oh, wait, never mind. That is over the entire history of Noping, and that is very wrong, because that was a completely different roster in 2020. They've only played it once. It was still, of course, same hero playing it mid in a South American tournament about a month ago.
Win?
But they won that match. They've played it.
Okay. 100% win rate with this roster in tournaments. So, you know, that's good.
I get sexy fat. But yeah, it's okay. I guess they're practicing it a little bit more.
Yeah.
I mean, if you get levels,
10
you get your Meteor Hammer, you can kill the Queen of Pain, but alone very easily. But until you get to that point, it is a bit of a struggle for it.
Yeah, gonna get harassed, gonna get clicked a lot. Not a wonderful time. Not a wonderful moment to be OD in that situation.
10 seconds.
What's gonna be the last pickup though? What role do they still need? Never mind, it's gonna get answered for me. CK, nice. All right. Interesting.
Safe. Something Anti-Mage is pretty bad against, because absolutely rated. They do have, of course, Overgrowth that's pretty good against it. Magnus RP that is really good against CK. The Cleave that is very good against CK. OD's ulti that's pretty good against CK. They have a pretty, like, Anti-Mage sucks against CK. The rest of the heroes, yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think CK is always a fun pickup.
Like CK. It's I mean, it was, for instance, K1 Hector and Ilden were two players that always picked up CK no matter what the meta was. It's always fun to see. I think that just as that, you know, one-shot potential kind of hero that makes the game fun and active. Plus, there's different builds that you can go for. Currently, I would assume he's just going to go for the Armlet build, because Armlet is just superior to everything else in the game.
Armlet OP right now. Undying.
Yeah, they needed the support, though Undying is a bit of a surprise on the support radar for a 5 position. Undying, he's just going to bully out the Timbersaw. Mana drained by the Anti-Mage. Timbersaw's strength drained by Undying. He's going to have a very tough lane.
I mean, yeah, it's laning wise going to be very good. What do you think about Undying more towards the mid to late game, though?
Terrible.
Yeah, I mean, like
The only plus
yeah.
is that they don't really have attack speed to deal with this tombstone. That's one very good
Right.
plus. Unless Leostal, of course, goes for like the AC, which maybe a bit more physical. This game could be useful. But yeah, Undying is definitely a great hero. It's a lane dominating hero that falls off very quickly.
Lane winner. Yeah, exactly. I mean, maybe that's just, you know, the thing that they need right now. Maybe that's going to secure them the victory here.
Timbersaw is going to have a pretty tough lane. Nyx Assassin as well. Oh, Nyx Assassin, of course, has a way of just running most part of Spike Carapace bill and running to safety.
Yeah, a little bit more survivability there. Yeah, I'm excited for this game. I think it's going to be a good one. I hope it's more even. And I don't know. I don't really mind who wins, to be honest. I think Noping will win. You know, only judging by their last performance. But you know, either way, if it's good Dota, then I'm very happy.
We'll have to wait and see what it will bring to the table.
Starting out with a smoke play here on lava, going up the high ground here. Looks like they really want to
Oak.
a good ward there. They're just gonna hang out here, it seems.
Let's get all spotted up, but the observer ward so they know exactly what lava are doing. The other side, Frank is chilling. The question is, how are they going to handle this? Are they going to invade? I mean, to be fair, level 1, you've got Undying with the decay if he gets a good catch. And a couple of stacks is not that bad. OD is terrible for for level 1 fights. Probably don't want to deal with lava for first blood. But they're actually going to fall back currently, and RDO, he's going to steal one. I assume he's just going to steal.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, no. Hey, no, maybe, I don't know.
he's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. You can see the cogs turning. Is he? Oh!
That's a nice catch. Coming in, good stun. Will be, however, 3 bounty picked up by lava.
Off to a good start.
Cutting it off nicely, even getting a counter ward on the high ground. So,
Yeah,
looking pretty
so far
good.
so good. All right. See how these lanes are gonna go. Quop versus OD. So what you said earlier as well is that OD definitely has the disadvantage here that Quop is gonna probably be very annoying for him to deal with. But we'll see. It can go. It still can go sort of either way. This Timbersaw getting harassed quite massively here by this Undying. This Undying really making good use of decay, and this Timbersaw just has to retreat here. This Undying seems like he's just going to be, you know, one of those gatekeepers. He's just going to stand there, make sure that Timbersaw kind of stays out, taking the creep wave with him now as well.
Nice move from
And just general
KJ.
nuisance.
Making sure that Kim can't pull the creep wave back behind the tower. So RDO can continue to farm.
The creeps are in a very awkward position, but you know, it's all a bit of a mess right now. But yeah, it really does look like Undying's just gonna play a bit of gatekeeper here, and Nyx probably wants to try and, you know, make sure that doesn't happen too much. But Undying, look at him, he's just running at him. He's just like squaring up. This man just squaring up, you know. He's like, all right.
That's the power of Undying. Got a bunch of mangoes, and once you run out, you just suicide underneath the enemy's tier 1. Come back with another bunch of mangoes.
Yeah.
Become a nuisance. Of course, it does mean that magic sticks are going to be picked up on both sides. Plenty towards mid and log. Yeah, as you can see, Quop is winning that lane because you can't do anything against Shadow Strike. You kind of have to stand close range, and that's where the Quop just spams the spells on you.
Taking so much damage. He does have a ring of health now, though. to get that extra bit of survivability. Undying taking a lot of damage from this Nyx though. Nyx is really just kind of done with this man. Just trying to chase him out of here. Just very much done with that. This CK really low bottom here, actually, getting a lot of damage from this tree, having to retreat under the tower. But luckily, the Jakiro has some regen, of course. Sadly, that gets cancelled right away. Never mind.
Illichor has that vision, of course, with the Observer Ward behind the tower. Manages to make sure the healing valve immediately gets cut off.
Here comes Dire's plucky little courier.
Not looking good here for CK.
Pretty low, still has a magic stick though to use. Trying to bait them in, but First Blood gets picked up by Cat. You Monster is still trying to catch out. Kotaro will eventually take down the CK in the process. But First Blood at least got gained by Lava, and Kotaro gets himself some XP before he dies, and will of course rejoining the lane with full HP, full mana. Which ain't too bad. Could be
Not too
worse.
bad. Absolutely could be. This OD had to get quite a bit back. He has to ship in a lot of regen here to be able to deal with this Quop.
Actually, there was the
And this-
TP from the Treant that gave him the healing salve. So
Never mind, this Treant is having to get a lot of regen for his mid. His mid welcome to support life. And yeah, I mean, not having a great time, but what you said before as well, when he gets that Meteor Hammer, things should be able to change. This Nyx is looking to engage here though on this OD.
oh, Theodore dies in the bottom lane to Kotaro. Yeah, Nyx is trying to bully out the OD, which, to be fair, Leostal is already doing an amazing job at just bullying him out. Double the last hits on the creeps.
This anti-mage just having a decent time here. And this Undying is still kind of chasing this this Timber around, but this Timber is starting to care a lot less at this point.
Actually dual laning mid right now, inside the lava. And I'm seeing something that I find very scary, though I have seen it before in the past. In China, I think. It was God King Shizzle that went for it. That is an anti-mage with a Mask of Madness.
Yeah, I mean that's quite a risky one, right? I mean the blink is just such a big part of your kit and such a big part of your escape that yeah, I mean it's definitely living on the edge.
Been over it, but
Yeah, I mean maybe just jumping into the, you know, ravine a little bit, but you know, maybe he has a parachute. Maybe.
I'm thinking more crash and burn.
We'll see how it goes. We'll see.
Like Echo Saber, I get, because you can split open the Echo Saber into like useful pieces. BKB on one hand, oh, the laboratory and dropping low. Gonna be fine for now. Darrow skewered back. However, he's not taking that much damage in the process. Theologor, however, is cat. You find the kill secured. And currently Lava, pretty much just like last game, winning the laning stage in a dominant fashion. Except for top, but you know, going Mask of Madness on anti-mage, so it doesn't really...
They've won already. Yeah, this Nyx has just been hanging out middle for a very long time, just trying to find an opportunity to go for this OD. It's definitely that, you know, they agreed in that team that OD should probably die sooner rather than later, but didn't quite get what he wanted to get out of that right now, this Nyx Assassin.
Also, he's got the living armor pretty much permanently on the OD every single time gets alive. Top lane RDO versus Frank. Frank's already level 5, so you drain all of his mana, and at that point you can't really do much damage to the Timbersaw. They're considering going for him, but it's just no. Well, mana void. Drop and load. Timber chain back. Was at the very edge of dying right there, but they just don't have the damage.
Not quite. Not quite. Close, no cigar.
Ah, this would have been... I mean, to be fair, you don't necessarily need a Battle Fury this game on anti-mage because you've got the Magnus that gives you the Empower buff. which is a plus. Then again, you are up against the TK, so having a Battle Fury anyway is not that bad. You're not always with your Magnus. I'd still prefer Echo Saber.
Yeah, understandable, but we'll see. I think the Mask of Madness is definitely interesting.
I mean, you can split
we'll
it up
see if
in
it,
Satanic and
yeah.
the Butterfly later on, which is
Yeah.
a decent couple of tools.
Yeah, so you know, maybe it's the big smart play here. Nyx Assassin, meanwhile, stopped hanging out on middle, decided to hang out top again. You know, he's just really trying to get something going to really mess a little bit with the enemy team here. But are they going to be able to do something here? They might be able to. They're definitely engaging on this Undying here under the tower as well. But the Stickercell
low.
doesn't care.
Does have a Soul Rip. Actually uses it to heal up RDO. KJ has another decay, gets himself a double hitter. Kim is actually going to die, and KJ is going to stay
Oh my
alive. In the
God.
meantime, Odie did, as you mentioned, die in the middle lane.
Oh, that was so close. So unfortunate.
Though this time, Kataro is going for the Hand of Midas, and I'm actually not mad at it. Echo Saber's still better, but you know, on a CK, it makes sense. It's a hero that really needs attack speed and doesn't really build items with attack speed, except for Echo Saber. And also is a hero that definitely lacks in the farming department most of the time. So,
I'm
yeah.
happy you're not mad. I'm very happy that you're not mad.
It's one of the only heroes that I'm like okay with getting it.
Ooh, this OD definitely dying here on middle. 3 people rotated here for him.
Dire's top tower might
And-
be going down.
I'm gonna put a little bit of pressure on the mid tower. Not if Undying can help it though.
Dire's top tower's about to be Radiant's top rubble.
The supports of lava are very annoying right now.
Radiant's bottom tower
Doing most
needs
of
a
the work
hand.
on the side of the
Dire's
Radiant.
top tower's about to be Radiant's top
Oh.
rubble.
A little bit of
Echo
an encounter
Saber
here.
next.
Nyx and Undying.
They can't
Uh,
kill each other.
They can't really do, yeah, they can't really do anything to each other. So it's just this really awkward, you know, this awkward wave from a distance. It's like, hey.
Dire's middle tower's in trouble. Which one Dire again?
But yeah, there's a lot of roaming next to each other.
Ooh, are they moving in here on this Nyx Assassin? Is he gonna be able to
Dire's middle tower
impress
is
him?
under attack.
Not quite, not quite. He's a little bit too slow. Nyx a little bit too fast.
Gonna go for the stacks, but they're really gonna need the Magnus and power if they want to try and take it down. Meteor Hammer gonna get interrupted thanks to the Ice Path. Leo style. It's got Sonic Wave available. In comes RDO. He's gonna try and get the kill. Optus Mask of Madness, so he can't use Mana Void. Now he does manage to
No,
get the
he
kill and be able to walk away. Double damage even to be
Damage.
secured.
He's gonna go back in.
Regress. He's got the mask available. No, he's not going to risk it. Though, right now, Magnus should quickly walk towards him, give him that empower buff so that he can take down the Ancients quickly. Yeah, he's actually TPing bottom lane towards the Magnus so that Magnus can give him the empower buff. Hello? Okay. I mean, that took way too... He actually TPs there to get the empower buff.
Yeah, I mean, he was almost right next to him, but you know.
Slash ignore, I guess. Oh, nice
Yeah.
dodge, but it's not going to be enough. Still, the kill gets secured, and unfortunately, most of his DD is gone. So,
Very good catch, though. Very good catch.
Tower looks to be
the catch is a nice plus. While in mid lane, Undying is going to get jumped. No Sonic Wave, but how long can he keep himself alive?
Not too long.
enough. Mask of Madness,
tower.
Echo Saber, Anti-Mage.
Dire's middle
Oh, he went
tower is
Echo
under
Saber as well
attack.
then. I see. Yeah, alright. Mid tower, meanwhile, is getting
It's an item.
killed here.
Dire's middle tower looks to be disintegrating.
A good move. Putting pressure here, getting that tower. Really opening up the map.
Dire's middle tower is falling.
What is happening here? There's a whole bunch of stuff being drawn on the minimap. Not quite sure what's happening, but there's definitely a lot of talking happening. A lot of communication. This Nyx going here for this anti-mage. He's going to be able to get the kill here. Ooh, he is very, very low. Is he going to die from the Shadow Strike? I think he will because Bob is just running after him at this point. Killing him right away.
Kim gets blown up, but Analog is now in a tough spot. Look at the slow. He can't run away. Ice Path is not going to connect, but it doesn't really matter. Tombstone was dropped by KJ, but that's going to be easy money for the rest of them. Monster doesn't have his Blink Dagger yet. And that nice ancient stack that I was talking about that Anti-Mage could take down in half a second. Well, Kataro's going to steal it away right now.
Yep. Very, very tasty. Big stack. Let's go.
Very unfortunate for RDO. Especially considering he should have had it taken down like 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, a little bit of an uncomfortable situation. Going for that CK there and then farming their part of the jungle was maybe not the best idea. CK meanwhile is doing a lot better farm-wise than Anti-Mage at this point. He's really doing well, top of the net worth right now.
I mean, that's the downside of going for like the I don't need to buy Battle Fury because I've got a Magnus kind of item build. You're dependent on the Magnus, and we've seen Monster already in that bottom lane where he's like, you know, Anti-Mage's next to me, but why would I give him Empower when I can hit creeps?
Yep.
Throw through, Sonic
Understandable.
Wave, nice 2-man catch. RP gets dodged though, Leo Stanley blinks out after the skewer. Frank, however, will be the one paying the price. Analog gets the kill, and they're chasing for more. KJ in the trees, drops his tombstone on the high ground, and the rest of them are gonna get chased. Oh, he actually stays alive for the time being. Can he keep going? No, he gets denied by Analog. Big plays.
That was some snippy movement from that Queen of Pain. That was impressive reaction time to that.
Gonna connect. Analog, be a little bit careful.
He's gonna get chased here down now.
It does have some support. Heal from KJ. Continuing forward, the Unicorn's gonna die. Analog is still not caught yet, but needs to just ask himself to try and stay alive. In comes RDO with his Mask of Madness. No ulti available, but the Mask does give him that movement speed to chase down after the Quab. Frank trying to disengage as well. His spells are on cooldown, and Frank is gonna lose his life. Yes, they found the OD and Treant, but they lost their own mid and off laner. While in the meantime, Kotaro is huge on that CK.
Absolutely. Almost 2k ahead of this Anti-Mage right now.
And he's actually going for useful items.
Hey,
Might
Hand of
be able to
Midas.
win. Long
Let's
as
not
he
get back
doesn't
into that.
make big fat mistakes in thinking that he needs to get an orchid or something.
Yeah, something completely random. But yeah, he seems to be doing very well. He's having a great game. Anti-Mage, meanwhile, is also just happily farming away here. Does feel like he can definitely catch up at some point. Just kind of needs to get his farm on. Needs to get his head into the farm game right now.
This is the downside of the Anti-Mage build. He's nowhere near his teammates because he's an Anti-Mage. He doesn't want to be near his teammates. So he's not gonna play with Empower. And you're at that point just losing to a CK who innately has very little farming potential.
Yeah.
In the core, in trouble. Big 3-man RP coming through. RDO, Mask of Man is going ham on the damage. Mickey and Power Buff on top of it. Timbersaw in the trees will be found out, and the big kills are favoring the side of Noping. Absolutely huge play from Monster. Doesn't have a Blink Dagger just yet, but an absolutely stellar 3-man RP. Catch on to catch you as well. The RDO coming in.
That is also a way to you know, get back on top of the net worth chart here. That is definitely a way to farm. Just farm heroes, you know?
Yeah, that's the plus side of this build. You can't do that with a Battle Fury build. At this point in the game, 16 minutes in, you'd have a Battle Fury. That's it. Instead, now he has a Mask of Madness and Echo Saber, so that's the trade-off that you make. If you're expecting to constantly fight, it is definitely the far superior choice. Analog was mid though. Getting jump, Sonic Wave comes out, silence as well. Analog about to drop. Gonna die to the Orchid damage, but Leostal blinks right into RDO. Of which he's silenced, he can't get out, he's stunned, he's locked, and RDO is dead.
Tip coming in as well on that Anti-Mage. Really, his little revenge. Got killed just now by Anti-Mage. tables have turned. He's very proud of that.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He definitely should be. Because it's edging further and further to pin it with lead over anyone else in the game. He's going for the Shadow Blade, so there's likely a Silver Edge later on. Then he could go for the surprise catch. And honestly, with the Phantasm, at nearly any time he can blow up that AM.
Yeah, that should be
Dire's top tower ain't
should be
a
fun to
tower
watch.
no more.
So what else is happening right now?
Also, he's got the Blink Dagger, so Blink RP is definite plus on the side of Noping. Like, they go for a smoke out.
Yeah, they look like they want to start doing things. They're kind of gathering up here now.
Radiant are scared.
Looks like they want to... Can I do something? Are they going to smoke or are they just going to jump in? What is the idea?
Yeah, they want to smoke, but Anti-Mage's just taking too. Oops. He's actually just gonna continue farming while everyone lurks towards the mid lane. Kachu trying to bait his opponents in.
Just kind of hanging out there like, please guys, jump on us.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
But they're not quite doing that. A little bit of a stalemate here on middle right now. Someone has to start doing something, right? But who is it gonna be? Looks like it's gonna be Nyx. Is it gonna be Nyx?
Dire's top tower is about to be radiant.
Nyx is getting close to the blink. Ideally, just prefer to wait until he has it. Get the good setup, but hoping playing a very scared game at the moment. Which, granted, they should be. That CK is absolutely huge.
Yeah. I mean, that Anti-Mage definitely still holding on though, you know, he's still going at it, and I think, you know, if they get a few more of those good fights that they have had, you might be able to surpass this chart.
Oh, Blink Skewer not going to connect. Also tried to go for a sneaky play, but whiffs it completely, even gets caught in the ice path while trying to disengage. Both these teams just very scared to take a fight right now.
Yeah. What are they gonna do? Are they just gonna go for bottom tower here, or there's a smoke coming in on the side of lava though? They definitely want to start doing something now. What are they gonna do? Just gonna hang around this Timber Saw, hoping that someone maybe engages on them. Doesn't really seem like it's happening though. Yeah. Nothing quite happened there.
I mean, right now they're just farming while in the meantime Kotaro is heading in towards the pit, trying to take down that Roshan with the first Aegis. Oh, coming out though from Noping. Really have to be careful in the Roche pit because the CK's Phantasm is completely gone. And going to be on a cooldown for 50 seconds. They're smoking all the way around and not even considering the fact that they might take Roche. They actually take down Roche because they're very slowly trying to clear their jungle.
It's
Analog
probably gonna
getting
go
caught.
for the engage here.
OD very much in a tough spot because he has no BKB available just yet. They're going to continue to fight. The Tombstone on the high ground is a very tough thing to deal with for Kotaro. So many zombies chasing him down. Right click from Analog. So the damage is there. Aegis is going to get popped. First life taken care of. In comes RDO. That Sonic Wave though was absolutely massive. Theolacor is going to be chased. Let's get his overgrowth out. Frank is out of mana. Doesn't have a way to regain mana. Mana Void comes out, but RDO gonna get stun locked, and RDO even throwing out the nice little high five animation there. Massive team fight coming through.
4 down.
For Lava.
4 down only. Undying left standing.
And he brought back.
Ironically.
So a full
He
team
bought-
fight.
Actual full team wipe. It's
Dire's bottom tower. Don't
looking good. Looking very good for Lava right now. It might not be a 2-0.
Nope. Might not be.
Dire's middle tower looks to be disintegrating.
So
Might not be.
it's
It could go either way.
11k net with
Tower's
lead.
under attack.
Anti-mage has
Yeah.
no way of
Dire's
split
scanning
pushing.
for enemies.
It can go either way.
You have so much faith.
I know. I have a lot of faith in people and humanity in general.
You've played
Despite playing
for
Dota.
years.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Since 2012, I know. I don't know. I'm a very special person. I think that's the I think that's it here.
My
smoke
faith
again.
in humanity is completely gone. And
Awesome.
I'm not gonna get caught. Though RP to try and keep him alive. In comes RDO. But you know, any moment he pops his Mask of Madness, he's gonna pretty much die. This point on, in every engagement. So the mask is kind of useless. Anything else but a farming tool. KJ will be the fourth to die. They found one kill on the next assassin, but I don't really see no ping coming back into the
An almost team wipe again. Team wipe and then an almost team wipe, and they're just taking this tier 2 tower. This anti-mage is really just, you know, what can he do? He has to keep farming, so he's just in their jungle, just trying to make the most out of the situation right now. There's no way he's going to be able to stop this.
Dire structures
But luckily Fortify is incoming and other heroes are spawning as well. Magnus doesn't have RP though,
disintegrate.
but there is an overgrowth on the tree end, so, you know, they should be able to do something.
Dire's middle tower's taking a dirt
A
nap.
nice blink, skewer, drag back. Could be nice to get a kill. RDO. I mean, yeah, he is farming, but
Dire's top
nowhere
tower is
near
under
the
attack.
speed that an anti-mage wants to farm.
No, he's under quop with his net worth right now, and this CK is just gonna keep climbing. He was 2k ahead, he's now 4k ahead, more than 4k ahead. So it's really starting to look like a game that is not winnable anymore for them.
Nice
but we'll
catch
see.
coming in though. Theolacor dead. Sonic Wave onto Monster. The Magnus just barely gets ticked down by the Leostel dot.
Dire's courier has
The
been
double
killed.
kill again secured for Lava with no ping, just having no chance to take a fight. OD almost done with the BKB. Finally Analog has it done, but
Tower has
might just be a little bit too late.
Too little, too late, potentially. I mean, they still have their whole bot lane up of towers. Keep it positive. This OD is going to get caught out here, though.
But BKB is not going to help one bit.
Absolutely clicked to death by this horseman. Man on horse. Whatever. Undying, hiding in the trees here,
Oh, close
trying
enough.
to... He's just trying to, like, stand still and not make too much sound, you know? It's like, if I don't move, they won't see me. But sadly, they have eyes.
Yeah, the scream of
Very
pain gives
sad.
away his position. It's caught.
Very sad. Yeah, very sad.
Dire's bottom tower
Well,
has fallen.
Taro SNY next. I actually expected him to go for the Heaven's Halberd
Dire's
against an
bottom
OD.
tower is under attack.
The OD is the only one that can actually kill him. The ring, like, anti-mage. What's an anti-mage? Doesn't do that much damage in general. RDO taking a beating, does good pulling back.
I mean, isn't SNY just gonna mess up the OD's timing, though, for meteor hammer and stuff?
That's just in general, the Science does it as well.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
okay.
Like, if you change it up to Heaven's Halberd, it does 16 status resistance. You get a
Still
little
enough
bit-
to mess it, yeah.
Yeah, you get more for SNY, that's
Dire's
true,
bottom
but
tower is under attack.
disarm, evasion as well, added in. It's a
Smoke
pretty
play.
good tool.
Dire's
Looks like
bottom
a bit of a Hail Mary here.
good.
Oh, counter smoke.
Big RP, give them a chance, but they're gonna disengage here. Side of Lava. Actually, they're heading towards the top lane where Theolacor is just, well, he's just
Dire's
chilling
bottom tower.
in the trees.
Yeah.
Look
Keep
good.
these towards the rest of his teammates. Got you. He's very dead.
Incredibly, utterly dead. Oh,
Or staffs himself past RDO. Skewer comes in.
Dire's middle
Are they going to continue the fight? There's a big triple sonic wave coming through from the Quap. Odie pops his BKB as well, but this crop has a double damage. Buyback coming out from the Magnus, wants to get a good RP target. And they're just gonna disengage here on the side of the lava. They got what they came for. Forced out another buyback on the side of No Ping. 20k net worth lead.
Oh my god, 27 minutes, 20k net worth lead? That is big. Very big. Just kind of dancing around each other again here on this high ground here in this triangle. But Lava decides to just grab a few camps there. Throw a bit of a death whirl in there, or wait, chakram. There we go. And Timbersaw's ability names are elusive to me.
Timber Chain, Chakram, and Whirling Death.
Yeah, Chakram or Whirling Death I kind of mess up all the time. I mean, he's a very boring hero in my honest opinion, so it's not like I have a lot of experience playing him.
I still find it baffling that Shadow Demon has a spell called Disrupt. Got a disruptor in the game.
Oh, oh yeah.
That one always gets me. Well, it also always gets me if I have a Shadow Demon, Shadow Shaman, and a Shadow Fiend in one game, and I'm like, ah.
That's a whole lot of shadows, man.
And all these heroes also are carrying some shadows around.
Absolutely. I see that Noping just kind of hanging out here still in this triangle area. It does look like they want to do something here.
I mean, they want to keep the tier 2
initiation.
tower alive. Because if that tier 2 drops, the lava can get megas.
Yep.
So it's very crucial to keep that one alive in case you lose a big team fight.
There will be a fight here at some point, I'm sure.
Or they just walk up the high ground and finish the game. But I assume lava's good enough.
I mean, lava's kind of satisfied, it seems, with just shoving those waves in and just kind of putting some pressure there. Not really too bothered by not being able to get that tier 2 bottom.
Well, they'll just take the rest of your base. They already got the tier 3 tower towards mid. Sean is up in 12 seconds, which is Aegis plus free shard. DK shard's pretty nice.
Let's CK shard. Ah yeah, okay, the Phantasm Illusion Chaos Bolt.
Yeah.
And a cast range increase of 300. That's a lot of cast range.
One of my favorite builds on CK is one that you should never do. Chat, never do. But it's going for the Aghanims Octarine core build. That is so much fun. You create 50 billion illusions, and then with the, of course, Aether Lens cast range, you just jump on anyone and smack. But it's like you need 2 very expensive items.
Yeah, sounds like a thing you would do in an unranked 5 stack.
Oh no, you do that in ranked.
No, you do that in ranked.
Because who cares about
I love the
unranked?
determination. Oh no, I do that in ranked. It's like, alright.
I don't even play unranked.
Really? You're missing out, man. Unranked is a circus. Okay, you're not
Ranked's
missing out
already
at all.
circus enough. Oh, the BKB pop gets the blink back. Is going to turn the Sphinx to Thelagor. And a big stun from Kim to keep them at bay. But in comes Kotaro. Boom,
There
boom,
is the
boom.
rest.
Run away. The CKs come to play. Monster, no RP available anymore. And, well, the Magnus will be finished off. Kotaro on a godlike streak. RDO. Everyone needs to run away. But they can't disengage because the CK is a little bit too strong and a little bit too fast.
Just looks like they got this in a bag by now, you know? It just starts feeling like there's nothing Noping can do. This Anti-Mage might get caught out as well here. Yeah, the CK's coming in as well, and this Nyx just going on this Anti-Mage. Is he gonna be able to kill him, though he manages to blink out? But Timbersaw is just right there, just Timber chains to the tree and just absolutely murders him. And that's, yeah, that's gonna be an easy rush.
Into the pit they go. Aegis plus shard to be picked up, and honestly, I mean the twin 3K with a head in 31 minutes. They can just walk down any lane and not care. DK with 3.2k HP, Timbersaw 3.1k HP, even the Quap going for that plate mill for the Shiva's guard, which she's pretty much done in, so she's going to have a ton of armor on top of the fact that she's also reasonably tanky. Or back. Orchid doesn't kill him off. He was very close to dropping.
They're really just shrinking down the map here for this no ping. No ping can't really do much anymore, you know. They've really dominated the entire map. They still have the tier 2 bottom there that, you know, it's something. It's like their last hope that they're holding on to right now. But their map has just shrunk so much. They're just kind of stuck on the high ground right now.
Now it's just pretty much the waiting game. Creeps need to push out bottom lane. They can take the tier 2 tower bottom. Even though they can probably just walk up the high ground, not care about anything that no ping throw at them. Even if they get an RP off, like DK has that Aegis. Timbersaw is not gonna die. He's got the Bloodstone, Heaven's Halberd. I don't even know what he's building in right now. I guess he's gonna go for a Octarine.
Highest bottom tower. Don't look
On
good.
Timbersaw?
Yeah, maybe Ags.
No, potentially. Could be Ags.
Highest
I'd
bottom.
like Octarine
Oh, that's the
though.
second chakram. Oh, okay. Right. See what he chooses. Well, tier 2 has died here on bottom. They finally managed to get that tier 2. They couldn't quite protect it anymore, and I think just passed it. They were stuck here in the high ground.
It gets taken down, and that is the cue to go because that means no living armor on the buildings to keep them alive. Skewer back, dragging Kotaro up the high ground. He summons his illusion army, and he dragged a very dangerous CK right towards you. He turns around. He still has the Aegis. He finally loses his first life. There's no buyback available on the anti-mage. And they just used 2 on no ping's end with RP now on cooldown. The charge forwards, no OD BKB. Analog's just going to slowly get absolutely crippled and the entirety of no ping get obliterated.
Gee.
Take game number 2.
Middle tower is
Well, I guess it was slightly
game
better than
of
the
Dota.
first one.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a game of Dota. Yeah. It
Not
was,
much more.
yeah, it was more fun.
It was better than the first game, hands
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
But it was definitely like a lot more to be desired. Especially considering these are Division 1 teams for the DPC season. It feels like they were possibly just trying out different. I mean, this anti-mage build, Mask of Madness, Echo Saber, it's nice, you know, but keep it in your pubs. Not my pubs, your pubs.
Yeah, exactly. Not any of our pubs. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's definitely seems a little bit experimental. For sure. I mean, it was better watchable than game 1. Some good plays. Very interesting. Kind of a stomp. A little bit.
Yeah.
Tiny bit.
This time Lava did not throw away their early game advantage. That is something that they did have. They did win the lanes both games pretty dominantly. That's one big plus under their belt. But yeah, that concludes, of course, this series. 1-1 between Lava and Noping. And well, Sparks, do you have any nice closing statements?
Don't go Hand of Midas on Terrorblade. That's what I learned today. And yeah, thank you so much for teaching me that, Truman.
Yep, always there to help crush the Hand of Midas streams. And of course, I would like to thank everyone at home. There is, however, more Dota coming up next. I'm quickly going to have to grab my cheat sheet, though. Next up is going to be a team that I definitely can't pronounce. Salchipapa versus the Balrogs. Balrogs is a team I am very familiar with, of course, from Division 2 as well. Salchipapa made it through the Brazilian qualifiers and Balrogs through the Peruvian qualifiers. But that will be handled by someone else. Hopefully you enjoyed the show, and don't forget, next one will start after a short break. In case, you can see you good afternoon, good evening, and good night, ladies and gentlemen.